Om Asmatgurubhyo Namaha. Krishno Rakshatuno Jagatraya Guruhu Krishnam Namasyamyaham. Krishne Namarasatravo Vinihataha Krishnaya Tasmai Namaha. Krishna Deva Samuthitam Jagadidam Krishnasya Dasosmiham. Krishne Tisthati Sarvametadakhilam. He Krishna Samrakshamam. Jai Srimanarayana. With blessings of Sri Chinajaya Swamiji, we're continuing Bhagavad Gita. We finished slokas 45 to 52 last week. We'll review them first. Okay. So, first question. After seeing the universal form of Krishna, did Arjuna want to see Lord Krishna return to his two-handed form?
Yes.
No, Andy, forehand.
Yeah, it's a tricky question. It's it's a he wanted to see his four-handed form, right? So four-handed pleasing form. Okay. Okay. Next question. Had anyone seen the universal form of Lord Krishna before Arjuna? The way Lord Krishna showed his universal form to Arjuna? No.
No. Yeah.
No. No one has that universal form before. Next question. Can anyone perform certain activities to see the universal form of Lord Krishna? So I want to see universal form. So let me do these activities, then I will automatically be able to see the universal form. Or in general?
You can't.
No, only with Paramatma's grace we can see the universal.
Devotion, yeah.
Right. So the activities should be combined with bhakti. So bhakti is the key criteria. And still with bhakti also, if I have bhakti, then automatically I'll be able to see. No, it is Paramatma's grace. Only with Paramatma's blessings, Paramatma's will, if he wants to show the form, we will be able to see. Otherwise, no. Doesn't matter what we do. Next question. Why did Lord Krishna tell Arjuna not to fear or be astonished upon seeing the universal form?
Because he got that rare opportunity that nobody else got before, with his grace. So Arjuna left with this. So that's why he was telling.
Yes. Yeah. When we get the unique opportunity to do, that nobody got, he was able to see Lord Krishna in universal form. He's saying, don't fear. Okay. Nobody has seen it.
Sorry. This one, right? Yeah, I was just reading a comment. That's why I got the question. How is that related to fear, kind of a thing, right? I mean, I understand that it's something that Arjuna didn't. I mean, I know you asked, but it's Paramatma's will. He showed the form, right? That the Ugra Rupam, right? That right? I mean, yeah. But how is it related to that question, kind of a thing, right? What you're asking, I think, in the sense that don't fear. I think, I mean, yeah. Sorry, I don't know whether I was able to convey that, right? I think, yeah. How come fear has to do with the universal form, what Paramatma is showing, right? I mean, because Arjuna was fearful because of the form, right? I think he saw side, right? So how is it related to?
So basically, it is fearful. The form is fearful, right? Terrifying. Okay, but it is a unique opportunity that you got to see. Don't focus on that fear.
Okay.
Right?
So that's Right.
Don't think that, oh my God, you're punishing me. I'm showing you, and my, it is out of my grace. I'm showing this to you.
Right.
So don't see fear and that terrifying thing, right? You could treat it like, oh, why, why are you punishing me, kind of, right? So don't think that it is punishment. Don't feel as if it is a punishment.
Okay.
It is a real, unique form, the universal form that you got the opportunity to see. Nobody else could see.
Right.
So, I mean, that's what Arjuna wanted. He
Yeah.
wanted to
He
see
asked
the.
for it. He wanted to see the form. He asked for it, right? And,
Yes. So I want to see your Vibhuti, right? How you're manifesting in this entire universe. How you're this controlling this entire universe, supporting this entire universe, right? Create, support, and dissolve this entire universe. So,
yeah. Okay. All of you put this.
so don't fear that about that.
Very good.
It's like how a child is
Exactly, right? That's what I thought as
right
well.
about. Is like a child. Arjuna is child of course, to Lord Krishna, and getting afraid. So don't fear. Like
Once,
that.
once an opportunity, you should see it and probably enjoy it.
Right. Yeah, and also, I mean, he is. It is terrifying to see that everybody is getting destroyed, right? But again, that is the truth. That is the reality. Okay, so understand the reality behind it, not fear. Something bad is happening. Okay. Next question. So I tried to come up with some principles based on this. So it may not be directly evident. So true spiritual realization requires devotion, right? So even for spiritual realization, we need to have bhakti and Paramatma's blessings. Show gratitude for unique opportunities, right? How Arjuna was showing gratitude. Spiritual growth is not a competition. So even if we are spiritually at a higher level compared to others, don't feel, oh, I am so great, right? Or if you see somebody who is at a higher level, don't envy, right? It's everyone is at a different level. Okay, so it is not a competition that only one person is going to win. It is an opportunity for everybody.
And Varprasad, if you go back to the point 2, right? Show gratitude for unique opportunities. If we want to apply to our lives,
Yes.
say everything that we get is like prasada buddhi. Is that how we are supposed to show gratitude? Or like whatever we are getting in our life?
Yeah. So typically when we get unique opportunity that nobody else got, what would be our feeling?
Because of me, I got that, right? Some proud I feel, right? Pretty much.
Yeah. So I am so great, right? That's why I got this unique opportunity. You guys didn't get the opportunity. Okay. So somehow I'm superior compared to all of you. Or because again, it's all because of me. So that ego will develop. So never have that ego. Show gratitude towards Paramatma. Without Paramatma's blessings, no opportunity. I mean, we would not get anything, not even unique opportunity. So when we get unique opportunity, we should even feel more gratitude towards Paramatma.
So basically,
And also others as well, like
Should
Paramatma.
we
Go
uh,
ahead.
so basically we acknowledge, I mean, I'm just trying to say, like, I know every day we acknowledge him. Am I doing correct thing? Like, every minute we acknowledge him or his grace, that whatever we are receiving, right? That's
Yes.
okay.
So we should become more humble
Mm.
rather than arrogant,
So
egoistic.
the other way of looking at that is maybe we are more blessed to have got this unique opportunity, right? Then naturally the gratitude will automatically flow.
So we are blessed is assigning some greatness to ourselves.
Okay.
So I mean, yes, you're right that we are blessed by Paramatma, right?
Hmm?
So it is not my greatness that Paramatma blessed me. Okay, it is Paramatma's will that he blessed me. So we show gratitude. So again, it's a slight difference, right? Like if I think that I got this opportunity, I am blessed. You are not blessed. Okay. So then again shows the superiority.
Okay.
So I am blessed because I am great. You are not blessed because you are not great.
Mm.
It is so we should not bring that also.
Okay.
It's Paramatma's blessings on us. No matter what I did is not equivalent to what he is giving to me.
Mm.
Right. So then it is the gratitude. So um, we become humble. So it is not just Paramatma. Paramatma is visible through all these. I mean, Paramatma is operating through everything, right? He is present in this entire universe. So everything in this universe helped me achieve, this success that I got this opportunity. So when somebody, let's say somebody becomes president and thinks that I am great, that's why I became president. That's completely against this principle. Okay. So uh, if I become president of America, it is that person should be the most humble person because nobody else got that opportunity. Paramatma gave me that opportunity in spite of a lot of people having even greater skills than me, greater, um, abilities, everything. But still, I got this opportunity, and so I should become more and more humble towards Paramatma and also to everybody around us. Okay, so um, that is how we should be instead of thinking, "Oh, I am so great," and that's why I became president. I can do anything. When I think that I am so great, I became president. Everybody else is disposable. Is a no matter how big or small that person is. I can treat in whatever way I want. All that is against this principle that when we get unique opportunity, it is we have our great gratitude should even increase further because uh, I, I myself cannot get this unique opportunity at all by my own abilities. So something greater power gave me this opportunity for a purpose, and that purpose is to serve. So I should become the biggest servant of all, not that the greatest president who can command everybody. Okay. Um, I gave that example just to be clear, because becoming president is a small example compared to the 300 million people in US and one person becomes president. Right? That unique opportunity can apply to any leader or even a CEO of a company. So those who do not recognize it and think they are great, unfortunately acquiring a lot of karmic bondage. They are much worse off compared to everybody else who did not get that opportunity. Okay. Divine grace plays a vital role in success, right? So for every success, no matter how big or small, divine grace is the key, right? Our our efforts are there, right? But our efforts are not alone sufficient to get me that success. Overcoming fear through trust. I mean, just like how Lord Krishna said, "Don't fear, trust me," right? So when we should, for us, a lot of things we fear about, right? That whether we'll be successful or not, right? May or may not be successful. So that brings fear in us. Some things may happen that is unknown, but trust in that superior power, right? And then proceed. Whether we become successful or not, it's up to that Paramatma, up to Paramatma. So, but we should not have fear in us that we may not get it, right? We may not be successful. See, why would that fear come is that we think that our efforts alone will give me success, right? So once we delink our efforts to the result, then the fear will come down. And we'll say, so no matter how well I do, I may or may not get it. So that's a given. So then the fear will automatically go away. Focus on service, not just achievement, right? Again, through the above principles. Okay. Okay. Start with sloka 53. I'll share my screen. Sorry, one moment. Okay. Let me share. Can you see the screen?
You can see it.
Okay. Patient. Naham vedairna tapasa
Naham vedairna tapasa
na danena na chejyaya.
nadanena chejyaya.
Sakya evam vidho drashtum
Shakya
एवं विधो
drashtum
drishtavanasi mam yatha.
दृष्टवानसि
दृष्टवानसि मां यथा
Chant together.
Naham
नाहं
Vedaiर्न
वेदैर्न
tapasa
तपसा
न
Naham
दानेन
दानेन न
चैर्यया
चर्य च
Shakya
शक्य
शक्य
एवं
एवं
विधो
विधो
द्रष्टुम्
द्रष्टुं
दृष्टवानसि
दृष्टवानसि
मां
मां
यथा
यथा
Okay, the Lord Krishna is continuing. Yatha mam drishtavanasi. Is addressing Arjuna, as you have seen me. Okay, yatha mam drishtavan asi, as you have seen me. Evam vidha, with this kind, this kind. This with this kind of swarupa or nature. Okay, as you have seen me like this, with this nature, aham nadrashtum sakyaha. I'm not possible to be seen. Okay, as you have seen me, it's not possible to see me. Vedaihi, by the study of Vedas. Na tapasa, not by the practice of sacrifices. Sorry, austerities. So tapas, right? Tapas is austerity. Na dhanena, not charity, not by performing charities. Nacha ijyaya, not by the performance of yajnas. So yajna, dana, and tapas and Veda. Okay. Yajna, dana, tapas are the activities that we must do. Okay. All of us have the responsibility to perform this in different, different aspects of the same, right? But the fundamentals are these three, yajna, dana, and tapas. Yajna is doing any activity as service to God. Dana is charity, the act of, donations, charity, volunteering, all that. Then tapasa is austerities, doing the tapas. Vedaihi, by the study of Vedas. So by none of these, you can see me, he's saying. It is not possible to see by performing these types of activities alone. Okay. So we will not be able to attain Paramatma just by thinking I will do these activities and I will get liberation. Okay. Doesn't mean that we should not be doing these activities. Lord Krishna explains in the next sloka, continues in the next sloka. Okay.
He kind of repeating it, right, sir? I mean, it
Yeah.
was said in 48. I must say
Yes.
he is repeating. Okay.
So, and then 53. Yeah. Next sloka is 54. So how can you attain me, right? That is the question. If I cannot be seen, if I cannot be attained by study of Vedas, tapas, dana or yajnas, then how can you attain me? So Lord Krishna is saying in this sloka, please chant. Bhaktya tvananyaya sakyaha
Bhaktya
Tvanyaya Shaktah
Ahamevam vidho Arjuna
Ahamevam
Neto
vidho
Arjuna
Jnatum drashtum cha tatvena
Jnatum Drashtum Cha Tatvena
praveshtum cha parantapa.
Praveshtum cha
Praveshtum Cha
parantapa
Parantapa
Let's chant together.
Bhaktya
Tvanyaya Shaktah
Tvanyaya
Ahamevam vidho
Ahamevamidorjuna
Arjuna
Jnatum
Jnatum
Drashtum Cha
drashtum cha
Tatvena
tatvena
Praveshtum
Praveshtum cha
Praveshtum Cha
parantapa.
So, Lord Krishna is giving the key. He's saying, tu, bhaktya tu. Right? Tu means but. So he said, you cannot see me by any of these activities, but He Parantapa, Arjuna, Bhaktya Ananyaya, with bhakti, without seeking any other benefits, Ananyaya, so, or exclusive devotion. See, we show bhakti for various purposes, right? We can show. So, maybe I want health, wealth, power, comforts, long life, So I'm showing bhakti, I'm praying to God for any of these reasons, right? Which are not linked to Paramatma, which is materialistic in nature, right? Chaturvidha bhajante mam, right? That's sloka, right? The 4 types of people who worship me, who pray to me. 2 are seeking material, material wealth, the material benefits, right? So without having any other motives other than Paramatma, Ananyaya Bhakti, right? Bhaktya Ananyaya, with bhakti, without seeking any other benefits, Ahameva Vidhaha Tatvena Sakyaha. It is possible to see me in this Swarupa, with this nature, right? So, by any of the other, mere Veda, study of Vedas, or doing the activities like tapas, yajna, dana, and tapas, without bhakti, if you do them, you will not be able to see me. But if you have bhakti and do any activities, and that bhakti is pure devotion, that I am seeking nothing other than Paramatma himself, no other benefits. Okay. Then Jnatum, Drashtum, Praveshtum cha. So it is possible to know me, it is possible to see me, and it is possible to enter me or experience me. Okay. So with bhakti, without having any other motive in mind other than Paramatma himself, okay, with pure exclusive devotion to Paramatma, it is possible to know Paramatma, it is possible to see Paramatma, it's possible to experience Paramatma.
So can we say, in other words, Krishna saying that Arjuna is in that status, sir? I know that one should need a grace, but when he is saying, okay, with these requirements, Ananya Bhakti, etc., can we say Arjuna is in that state right now? That's one of the reasons why he showed the grace? Or even
Ar-
Krishna is not.
Yeah, it's a good question. So Arjuna surrendered to Lord Krishna, right? Pure surrender. So that is, I mean, if he completely surrender to Paramatma, then whatever he wishes, do I have bhakti or not, it doesn't matter in that level. See, there's no strings attached to Paramatma. If he wants to show himself, he will, right? So if we are not prepared, if the bhakti is not there, then um, we do not meet that criteria, right? We'll not be able to know him, we'll not be able to see him, we'll not be able to experience him. Bhakti and surrender go together. Okay. Pure surrender. I mean, that's what Arjuna did at that time. Okay. So that is again seeking Paramatma's advice with no other strings attached, right? You tell, I'll do whatever you tell me. So that's a surrender that he had. So because he surrendered, Paramatma, out of his own free will, he showed his divine vision. I mean, divine universal form to him. He gave the divine vision. Okay, so so here, I mean, seeing Paramatma for few seconds is not the criteria for us, right? See, before Arjuna, a lot of people got moksha, right? They did not see what Arjuna saw. So it is not that in order to get liberation, we have to see that universal form, right? Neither seeing universal form a guarantee of getting moksha. Okay, so that universal form is shown to Arjuna to practically show to all of us his Vibhuti. So this entire Bhagavad Gita is Paramatma's blessings to all of us, right? Through Arjuna. Okay, so again, that's why Arjuna shouldn't think, oh, I'm so greatest. That's what we covered earlier. So it's not that I'm so great. That's why you showed this form to me. I am eligible for moksha at this time. That's why you showed this form to me. No, all that is not true. Like Paramatma wanted to show his universal form in order for us to believe in that, right? That whatever he said is what is shown to Arjuna, and Arjuna explained to all of us, this is what I'm saying. If Arjuna didn't see, Paramatma doesn't show to anybody, what is the proof that he is pervading everything? It's there in the scriptures, but why should I believe? Right? So it is one way that Paramatma is reinforcing whatever is in the scriptures to all of us through Arjuna. So Arjuna definitely at that state, he is having that surrender, which is equivalent to bhakti. Bhakti and prapatti go together. So in chapter 11, Lord Krishna is reinforcing the most basic thing that we need to have in order to attain Paramatma, in order to get out of this cycle of births and deaths. Okay, that is the bhakti. Okay, so only with bhakti we will be able to see Paramatma, experience Paramatma. That means we will be able to get the liberation. So Duryodhana also saw Lord Krishna, in as a as a human being. He thought he's a human, right? So he saw, but not like what Arjuna saw. So Lord Krishna is saying that nobody can see me in this nature, in this Swarupa, in this way that you have seen, unless they have the pure bhakti. Okay. Next sloka. One of the most important slokas, the last sloka of 11th chapter. Let's chant. Matkarmakrut Matparamo
Matkarmakrut
Paramo
Paramo
Madbhakta Sangavarjitaha
Madbhakta Sangavarjitaha
Nirvaira Sarvabhuteshu
Nirvaira
Nirvairasarvabhuteshu
Sarvabhuteshu
Yasamameti Pandava.
Samamiti Pandava
And together.
Matkarmakrut Paramo
Madbhakta
Sangavarjitaha Nirvaira Sarvabandhushu
Samameti
Samameti
Samamiti Pandava.
So we can say Matkarmakrut Matparamaha, or we can say Matkarmakrut Matparamo. So whenever that O is there, we are retaining it. But we can also say Matparamaha. Also, that's fine. Okay, so this is in one sloka. If somebody says, "Oh, how do you attain Paramatma?" Tell me, what is that one sloka? We can quote this, right? It's like a formula. A lot of explanations are there here and there, and derivations, and then usages, and how to apply, and all that. But if we want the formula on how to attain Paramatma, okay, this is one of the formulas. The sloka. Okay. So Lord Krishna is saying, "Hey Pandava, yaha Matkarmakrut." Yaha means one who. Okay. Saha means he or that one. Okay. Yaha Matkarmakrut, one who performs all works for me. Matkarmakrut, performs all works for me. Okay. Matparamaha, considers me as the supreme goal. Okay. Madbhaktaha is devoted to me. Sangavarjitaha is free from attachment to everything else. Sarva bhuteshu nirvairaha is without enmity towards all beings. Saha, that one, mameti, attains me. Okay. So it is like a formula for us, right? So we need to remember Matkarmakrut Matparamaha Madbhaktaha Sangavarjitaha Sarvabhuteshu Nirvairaha. Right? So what are they? Matkarmakrut. Okay. Consider, we had to perform all works for Paramatma. How do we do our work typically?
for ourselves, right?
Mhm. Yeah. This is my work. I am doing it for me. Okay. So, but Lord Krishna is saying that we will attain that state of moksha, to attain Paramatma, when we do any work for him only, or do the work as his service. Do the work for him means something that, see, it is beneficial for me, that's why I choose to do the work. No. It is the duty that Paramatma gave to me. So this is his work. I am doing it for his sake. Right? And I can enjoy the results. That's fine. That is his, again, we learned earlier, right? That Lord Krishna is not saying that, okay, you do the work for me, and after doing the work, you go back. I'm not going to give you anything. You cannot enjoy this. This is my result. He's not saying that. So when we are doing any work, do it as his work and as his service. Okay. So when I am working for this person, that person, this company, for myself, okay, this is to support myself or my family or society. I have to do this, no choice. Okay. All that should be removed from our mind. So we, one more thing is that we cannot say, let me earn money for myself first, for my family. Then after I have certain, when I'm self-sufficient, then I can think of, donating it, or doing it for doing some kind of charity or volunteering and all that. So there we are thinking that, oh, this, whatever I'm earning is for me first. So that breaks the principle, right? So should we not do any activity? No, it is that we have to do the activity, but it is his activity that we are doing. So taking care of the family is his activity that I'm doing. Then it is fine. So what happens is, in a normal situation, there's no difference, right? But when we act out of ego for our own benefit, we will be doing things which we should not be doing. Right, where the difference would be. Regularly, if you are doing things, cooking for ourselves, earning for ourselves, and so that's fine. But greed comes in, or this ego comes in, biases come in. All these are going to come in if we consider the work is my work and I'm doing it for my own enjoyment or for my own survival, satisfaction, and all that, right? So if the work is for me, for my own enjoyment, and the result is not what I'm expecting, then we start crying, right? So that will again, lead us into karmic bondage and all that. So Matkarmakrut is the one of the first principles that we need to practice. The work, this is Paramatma's work. I'm doing it for his service, or I'm doing it as his service. So if something that we are trying to do it for our own enjoyment, immediately the checkbox will be, will not meet the criteria, right? If I'm doing it for my own enjoyment and I'm hurting somebody, okay, I have to satisfy my ego, I'm hurting somebody. Okay, immediately we'll say, no, I shouldn't be doing it. because this is not what Paramatma wants me to do. Right? So we'll not be doing those activities. We'll restrain ourselves from doing those activities. Okay. Next one is Matparamaha. Paramatma is the only goal. Okay. We want to achieve Paramatma, attain Paramatma. So when we are doing any activity, the goal is, typically when we are doing the activity, the goal is us, right? So I'm cooking. Immediately what we think?
Ourselves, yeah, we're cooking for ourselves.
Yeah, I'm feeling hungry, I'm cooking, I prepare the food, I'm eating. Okay. So if the goal of cooking is Paramatma, then what should we do?
I'm cooking for Paramatma, and he is a prasadam for Paramatma. Right? I'm cooking for him, and I'll take it as a prasadam. Right?
Yes, perfect. Wonderful. So we cook for Paramatma. We offer the entire cooked food, not like small piece of it. Some people say, okay, let me offer a little bit to Paramatma. It's not little bit to Paramatma, it's the whole thing offering to Paramatma. But we cannot carry the whole thing sometimes. So we take a small bit of it and then say, okay, this is a token, but the whole is for you only. Okay, and then we offer to Paramatma, and then we offer to Paramatma inside us. Okay. So the goal is to feed Paramatma, not to feed ourselves. Difficult, right? So, yeah, so it is for any activity that we do, the goal is why am I doing this? For who I am doing it? Okay, goal is Paramatma, and if I remove myself from that I am doing it for me, this is my work for me, right? Then and replace I with Paramatma. Paramatma is doing Paramatma's work for his sake, right? Then we'll attain Paramatma. Okay. Next is a Madbhakta. So Bhakti, right? Pure devotion. So how do we apply? Like practically, how do I say that, okay, I am showing Bhakti, I am having Bhakti? So a few things, let's go through. I completely surrender to Paramatma. And see, Bhakti kind of, what is it, abstract term, right? Devotion. Okay, showing devotion or show devotion to somebody. What do you do? I mean, what do you mean by devotion, right? How do you say I have pure devotion to somebody?
Entire focus on something.
Right. So let us go through some things which will explain that pure devotion, right? So then we can say, oh, this is what pure devotion is. Or if I am doing those activities, I'm kind of showing the bhakti that Lord Krishna mentioned. So complete surrender to Lord Krishna. This is what Arjuna did. Okay. So that is one evidence, right? That shows that I have bhakti towards Paramatma. Pure love. Okay. Have no other motive in mind. I am surrendering to you. You do whatever you want me to do. I mean, you tell me whatever you want me to do, and I will do it with your own support. I cannot survive without him. Okay. So I cannot survive without him is like thinking that, okay, if he's not supporting me, I will not survive. That is one level, right? See, if Paramatma is not supporting me, the Atma, not the body, right? Of course, he's supporting the body also. Atma, myself. That Atma also does not function. That Atma cannot survive. Okay. So if Paramatma is not supporting this body, then the body cannot survive. So that is one level. Second is I cannot survive without doing service to him. Okay. So morning to evening, 24 hours, right? Do we remember Paramatma in each and every activity that we do? So it is like living and breathing Paramatma every second, right? So for every activity, this is his activity, I'm doing it for him, right? So I never forget him. And if I somehow I forget, let us say, we are human beings. We are carrying vasanas with us. So for an hour, let us say we forget. Then we feel like as if that the fish is taken out of the pond and then put it outside. How that fish feels, right? So if somebody, either by my own nature, that I'm carrying my own karmic bondage, that is preventing me from remembering Paramatma always. So that is my own fault, right? Or if somebody forcing me not to practice, not to follow, then I cannot survive. That is how we should be. Prahlada was like that, right? So he never forgot, and he, if his father says, Hiranyakashipu says that you have to, why are you taking the name of Narayana, who is our enemy? He could say when he's in front of his father, he would say, okay, you are greater than Paramatma, or at least not talk about Narayana in front of him, right? He didn't do that because he thought he would not survive without that, right? In fact, if because he's taking the name of Narayana, his father was troubling Prahlada. He preferred that than to forget the name of or not take the name of Narayana. Okay, because he thought he will not be able to survive without taking the name of Narayana. So I cannot survive without him is one more evidence, one more characteristic. Okay, so we should be always remembering while doing his activities, we should be praying, we should be, worshipping, not just by sitting in front of Paramatma, right? Worshipping Paramatma through our activities as service to God. Okay, then third is I'm incapable of serving him properly by myself, right? Even serving him, I'm incapable of doing by myself. Okay, so only his grace is enabling me to perform this service to Paramatma. Okay. So when I'm able to perform service to Paramatma, I feel happy. Not that I am performing the service, but Paramatma is blessing me to do the service to him. right? So I have Paramatma's blessings. That gives me joy. So with that, when we are doing any work as service to him, then we forget any physical hardships, mental tensions, and success or failure in results. All these will go away, will become secondary. I am doing this service. Paramatma has shown grace on me to let me or enable me to do the service to him. That gives me joy. So not that it was a success or failure, something somebody is, praising or criticizing, all that. It doesn't matter at that stage. The only thing matters is Paramatma's grace is on me. That's it. Okay. We can feel the presence of Paramatma in us. So again, I'm showing pure love towards Paramatma. It is that love is given to me by Paramatma. Okay. So when I say pure love, what does that mean? Showing pure love to someone.
No
Without
conditional
any expectation.
love.
Perfect, great, yeah. So without having any expectations in return. Otherwise, it becomes business, right? So, or it doesn't, it doesn't become pure love. So if someone is having the pure love towards someone, doesn't matter what is happening in return. So here, Paramat, we are, let us say, performing some activity. Okay. There is no expectation in return. See, they can't say, oh, Paramatma, I did this activity for you. Why did you make it a failure? Right? So that will not be pure love. Pure love is I just do the activity for him. That's it. Okay, doesn't matter Paramatma makes us fail or succeed or doesn't matter anything. Okay. And we are not having any compulsion. There's nothing that is forcing us to show the devotion to Paramatma. That is pure love, pure devotion, right? So typically, if there is something that is forcing, either somebody is forcing or the situation that we are in forcing us to show our bhakti towards Paramatma, that is not pure love, right? It's not pure bhakti. So there is no compulsion. I'm doing it out of my own, my own free will without any compulsions. Okay. So it is not a choice that I'm taking. It's another one. So I can do 10 different things, but I choose to come to temple. Okay. It is not a choice. It's not one among 10 different things. So we are again, if I am choosing it as a choice, I'm expecting something better than other things, right? All that. So it is not a choice for me. It is the only thing for me. That's my only goal. Paramatma is the only goal. There's nothing else. Okay. So because I love him, I do the activities which he likes. So what he likes, he gave later in Bhagavad Gita. Okay. So whatever he likes, I do. If he doesn't like something, I will not do. Okay. I am doing this because he's my only shelter, my only hope, one and only hope, not because there are, I did 100 other things. Okay. I failed. So now Paramatma is the only one who can help me, and then go to Paramatma. That is not pure devotion. So Paramatma is not the last choice, thinking that, oh, he's the greatest. So once I fail in my own efforts, other people's effort, support for me, and everything else that I do, and then if I am not able to succeed, then I go to Paramatma and then say, oh God, please support me. You are the greatest. That is not pure devotion. Again, you are there is a compulsion behind Paramatma, behind you, that is forcing you to recognize Paramatma as your goal, as you know. So all these, if you are saying Matkarmakrut, Matparamaha, Matbhaktaha, Sarvabhuteshu Nirvairaha. I mean, Sarvabhuteshu Nirvairaha, without enmity towards all beings or any being, right? So, hope you understand, right? Like it's all beings are created by Paramatma. Combination of material nature and Atma, right? All Atmas are equivalent in nature. We are carrying different karmic bondages, so that's why each Atma got a different body. And depending on the karmic bondage, they are acting in that way. Some acts like an animal, some acts like a human being, some acts like a devata. Okay, so depending on the karmic bondage, they are showing their behavior. Okay, and also the gunas that they are acquiring from the nature. Okay, so there is no hatred to anybody, right? So treat everyone as equal. However, if somebody is doing something really bad in the society against dharma, okay, act without fear. Okay, so act without fear, but not out of hatred. So never have hatred on anyone. Sangha Varjita is free from attachment. Why? Why is that important here? To attain Paramatma.
Come out of the karmic bondage. Or again, we can't focus if our attachment is something else. We can't focus on Paramatma.
Yes. In previous chapters, right? So there are two that are enemies for us. Two
Okay.
things. What are the two?
Agadvesha.
Ragadvesha. Kamakrodha or Ragadvesha. So Kama is a desire, the greatest enemy of all, right? Not other enemies. Desires are the greatest enemies of all, enemy of us, right? So desire, when we say desire for materialistic things, of course, right? So why? Because desires lead us to, lead to destroy us, right? So from desires come anger. Can anyone chant the sloka, say the sloka?
Chapter 2, right? Chapter 2.
ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषु उपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामः कामात्
क्रोधोऽभिजायते
क्रोधात्
भवति
भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति.
प्रणश्यति 63 64
Perfect.
In the third chapter also, in
Yes.
Indriya arthesh, इन्द्रियस्येन्द्रियस्य अर्थे रागद्वेषौ व्यवस्थितौ तयोर्न वशमागच्छेत् तौ ह्यस्य परिपन्थिनः.
Right. Right. Yes. So several places this desires are given as our enemies. I mean, the root causes of our problems. The desire comes out of attachment, right? Sangha. So we first develop attachment towards it, and then we have a desire to either have it or desire not to lose it, or if we don't like that, I mean, desire to not have it. And basically, we are attached to it. So these materialistic things that if we are attached to, they lead to desires, anger, and all that, and finally, it will lead us to destroy us. Destroy us, not that the Atma gets destroyed. Atma gets into the too much karmic bondage, and we downfall, right? We attain downfall. So if if we are not able to free ourselves from attachments, then it doesn't mean, I mean, freeing ourselves from attachment doesn't mean that leave everything and go someplace, right? So so not having the attachments that lead to desires for materialistic things. Okay, so then our focus will be on Paramatma. So desire only Paramatma, not the materialistic things. So desire to attain Paramatma. Goal is Paramatma. And Bhakti is the means to attain Paramatma. The activities that we are doing are for Paramatma, for his, I mean, his activities for his sake, right? And while doing all this, don't show hatred, don't have hatred to anybody in this universe. That's what Lord Krishna is saying. So if we do all these, then we attain Paramatma. That one attains Paramatma. Okay. So Bhakti is the key for attaining Paramatma. So first 6 chapters we will learn about. They are called Shatkam, right? Each set of 6 chapters is called Shatkam. First Shatkam is called
Karmasha.
Atmashat.
Atma Shatkam. And second 6 chapters is called
Jnana. No?
Bhakti.
Bhakti Shatkam.
Bhakti Shat.
Yeah. So Atma Shatkam, Bhakti Shatkam, right? So in the first 6 chapters, the focus is on Atma. Second 6 chapters focus is on Paramatma and Bhakti that leads to Paramatma. Okay. So first 6 chapters we learned about ourselves. Who are we really? And so that is Atma, right? And we learned about how to attain self-realization. Okay, why we are in this world, the karmic bondage, and who are our enemies, like we'll just learn, right? Kama and Krodha. So we learned about ourselves, who will give, what is our goal, who will give us our goal, who will give us our goal?
Paramatma.
Atma, yes. So if our goal is Atma, right, self-realization, to attain a pure state of Atma, clear ourselves from karmic bondage, the means is Paramatma only, right? So, so Paramatma, and then we learned about Paramatma in first 6 chapters also. However, we learned it from the perspective of Paramatma giving us the blessing us with the self-realization or clearing of our karmic bondage. And then in the second 6 chapters, in the Bhakti Shatkam, we learn more about Paramatma, right? Who is Paramatma? You know, in the first 6 chapters, said, okay, Paramatma gives us this, Paramatma is the means. But who is he really, right? So we learn more about Paramatma, and then we learn that we need to attain Paramatma. Bhagavad Prapti is our goal, right? So then what is the means for attaining Paramatma? Is Bhakti. Okay. So then in 12th chapter, we'll learn more about Bhakti. Okay. And then the Bhagavad Gita is over. First 12 chapters. All the knowledge that Paramatma wanted to give us is embedded in the first 12 chapters. Okay. Our goal is Paramatma, means is Paramatma, and through Bhakti, Bhakti is the only, I mean, we need to have Bhakti in order for us to make ourselves eligible for Paramatma to bless us with our final goal of reaching Paramatma, to take us out of this cycle of births and deaths, all that. So we learned we will learn that in the 6 chapters, the second 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, 7 to 12, right? First 6 chapters. So then why did we learn about Atma Prapti? And I know it's only 4 minutes. We will not start a new chapter. So discussing in general.
What is the question, Andy? What is the question, sir?
So why Paramatma first started talking about Atma?
Yeah, that's where our knowledge. The first thing is we need to come out of that ignorance, right? That we are body. That's ignorance we have, right? So if you don't do that, right, you can't directly do any of the other things. So that's why we started with the basic stuff, foundational things, that who we are, right, and what Atma. Yeah, Arjuna is thinking that he's doing everything, right? So that's what.
Yes.
Important.
Yeah. First, we need to know who we are. If I don't know who I am, and somebody says, oh, it's your goal is Paramatma. If I'm thinking I'm body, then it doesn't make sense, right? See, if I'm body, the body is going to remain here after I leave, right? So the body is not going anywhere. So first I need to know about myself. I'm not body, I'm Atma. And then why am I in this body, right? So why different bodies are existing, right?
Yeah.
So why, I mean, different people are showing different qualities, right? Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Are they the qualities of Atma?
No.
No. So pure Atma, they're not the qualities of pure Atma. So we learned, all that. Who am I really? And then once I learn who am I really, then I can say, okay, why am I having these troubles? Why am I here? Like um, in this mortal world, why am I here in this body or set of bodies one after the other. Okay, so we'll learn that. And what should I do in order to come out of this cycle where I can have the ultimate bliss, right? Ultimate happiness. So to come out of this, what should I do?
Step by step. Finally, Bhakti, while Karma Yoga, you can do Karma Yoga. With Karma Yoga, with the knowledge, with Jnana. Then
Yes.
the first step. Then
Yeah. So if I just say Bhakti straight away, because Bhakti is the only means for liberation. So Bhakti is the only means for liberation. Paramatma is the one who is giving, but Paramatma, we make ourselves eligible through Bhakti. So that's why we say Paramatma can be attained only through Bhakti, right? So Bhakti is the means, but Bhakti cannot develop because Bhakti will have the obstacles for us. Okay, so those obstacles need to be removed. The obstacle is karmic bondage. So how do I clear karmic bondage?
by doing everything service to God, Karma Yoga.
Karma yoga. So through karma yoga, I start clearing the karmic bondage, and then that makes myself more and more, clear. Makes me realize myself more and more, and then I will be able to show bhakti, develop into in bhakti stages, right? Stages of bhakti. And finally, the pure bhakti, where I want nothing other than Paramatma himself. When I am at that level, then Paramatma will bless us with liberation. So you cannot reach that level suddenly. We have to go through stages. So Karma Yoga, supported by Jnana Yoga. Then we may reach a stage where we are in the Jnana Yoga state supported by Karma Yoga. Then we will reach a stage where we are able to practice Bhakti Yoga, supported by Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga. Okay, so through Bhakti Yoga, we are able to attain Paramatma. Any questions? So next chapter, Arjuna starts asking, which is, who is better? Who is seeking Atma, or who is seeking Paramatma? Who is seeking God? Okay. So with that, we will start next chapter.
Can we read the last 3 lines, Sandy? Om Tat Sat.
Yes. Question. Om Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su
Om Srimad Bhagavad Gita
Upanishatsu
Upanishatsu
Brahma Vidyayam
Brahma Vidyayam
Yoga Shastre
Yoga Shastre
Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade
Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade
Vishwarupa
Vishwarupa Sandarsana Yogo Nama
Vishwarupa Sandarshana Yogo Nama
Adasodhyayah
Ekadashodhyayah
Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha.
Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha.
Jai Srimanarayana.
Jai Srimanarayana.
Jai Srimanarayana. We'll conclude with the concluding prayer. Kayena vacha mansendriyarva buddhyatmana va prakrite svabhavat karomi yajyat sakalam parasmai narayanayat samarpayami. Srimanarayana samarpayami. Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamastu. Om Asmadgurubhyo Namaha. Jai Srimanarayana.
Jai Srimanarayana.
Jai Srimanarayana.
Jai
Thank you,
Shri-
everyone.
Sir, thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Jai Srimanarayana.